Hello everyone, I'm Ray Alcorda with RLA's Creations, and today we're making a beautiful soap bar scented with juicy apricot from Nurture Soaps. Really pretty. If you'd like to see how I made this bar, just keep watching.
So these are my liquid oils, and I'm about to pour in my melted hard oils. Get those nice and blended together. Scrape out all I can out of my containers. Don't want to waste a single drip. Now I'm pouring in my lye solution, my lye water solution, which I have titanium dioxide mixed into pre-hand, just to give it a nice little opaque cream look instead of a tan. Blend it up until I have a nice trace and make sure all of it is incorporated. The stick blender I got from Amazon is pretty awesome. I just looked up for the one with the best reviews so far. Just making sure I have a nice, good trace. Don't want it too firm because I need it to be in a liquid state for quite a while to do the multiple layers. Now I'm just making sure I incorporated all the oil from top to bottom and sides into the soap mix. Checking the trace again. I'm using the 42-ounce loaf molds from Amazon as well. So before I start, I'm going to separate about 16 ounces of soap mix to the side. And now I'm going to divvy up the rest into 4 equal containers. Or eyeball, as equal as I can get them. Scrape out the rest of my container. Try to get every last single drop. Set these containers off to the side and prep our first layer. Adding in juicy apricot from Nurture Soaps. I initially intended on stirring the scent in so that the soap didn't harden or thicken too fast, but this fragrance oil actually didn't accelerate the mix. So we decided to stick blend after all. Just kind of getting a feel for the fragrance mix. Me realizing that the trace wasn't going to be accelerated. Scrape a little bit from the inside. Okay, so now we're going to actually prep it. This is just a black mica pigment from Amazon. I'm just kind of dripping it in. I'm going to do a slight swirl with my spatula. Just a little bit to get some black lines in there. And now we're going to do it in the pot swirl with my mica pigments. This is Amararth from Nurture Soaps. I'm just going to put some slightly in there. Now we have an Amararth and Gold Dust blend from Nurture Soap. Put in another corner. And lastly, Berry Twist from Nurture Soaps as well. Kind of have a little triangle going on the inside. We're just going to take a little whisk and just whisk it up slightly from lightest to darkest. Tilt the molds and pour into one corner. Just doing a little drop swirl with the pot swirl. We're going to scrape out all the excess in the container because nobody likes wasted soap. Now just do a little tap to get the bubbles out. The less bubbles that are in your soap, the better. No surprises when you go to slice through it. Okay, now to just let them sit for about 5 to 6 minutes. And then we're gonna come back in with a large popsicle stick and we're just gonna texture it just a tad. This just guarantees that our layers aren't 100% identical. I want them to look different in every single soap bar. Back again to the other side. Now we're going to do a mica line using gold dust from Nurture Soaps as well. And just completely cover the entire top. Now you want to make sure to not make this too thick. You want to just coat everything enough, but not make it so thick that your soaps come apart when you're slicing them. We'll do this side and then we'll do the next. And once the soap holds form, we can set them flat and get the other side of the soap that we couldn't reach. Now we'll set those two molds off to the side and let the soap set up just a bit longer. Remix our in the pot swirl, and then we'll angle our molds to the other side and get a slightly different slant with mica line. Now those are set up just a little bit, and we've got our third mixture. We're going to pour it in the center, and we're going to let it set up just a little bit more before we texture it this time, because we're going to make a little peak down the center of the molds. Kind of change it up. Just kind of cleaning it off. Making like a little mountain in the center. Put a mic line, set that to the side to set up even further. And we'll do our last layer of swirls. Careful not to drop it directly on, and we'll tap it when we're done and get all the bubbles out. Now that portion you set aside at the very beginning, we're gonna add a little bit more titanium dioxide just to make it actually white, like a whipped cream. Get it incorporated before we stick blend and add fragrance. Get nice and incorporated in there. And this one's setting up just a little bit more in the cup, but it's okay because it's only going to be a flat top. Just kind of pat it down smooth, just to make sure it fills all those little nooks and crannies. Once we get this completely filled in and all of the white put on top, we'll then texture the top and add the embeds. Just tap them down, smooth all the bubbles out. Now we're going to texture it toward the center. I want to say this is just a regular soap top texture. And you just take that little stick and swirl the centers. Just kind of calm those peaks down. And now we're gonna sprinkle some holographic. I think this is actually super sparkles from Nurture Soap, I'm sorry. Just gonna get a nice hefty sparkle. And now we're gonna come in with a halo glitter from Brambleberry. I put them in these nifty little salt shakers that I got from the Dollar Tree. These embeds were made with a mold from Nurture Soaps, a little gumdrop mold, and it is 1 part gold dust to 2 part Amararth pigment, set with clear melt and pour from Hobby Lobby. Place those on my I have little 1-inch markers on the side of the mold to help me keep in shape. Now that all embeds and glitter are in place, just sprinkle a little bit of red glitter, biodegradable glitter from Brambleberry, and we're spritzing with alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. Just kind of set. So pretty. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, please show your love with a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I hope everybody has a good day.